If you're new to my channel, thank you for coming by, and I hope you will like this video enough to subscribe and join our YouTube family. Today's video is the review of this Balenciaga Classic City Mini. It is one of the 10 bags I showed you in my last video for all the bags I collected in 2021. I did promise to review this little bag for you. Here it is. If you haven't watched my last video, here's the link. I will also leave a link in the description box below for you. Please check it out. This video is time-stamped, so if you want to jump ahead or skip a certain part, just click on the timeline in the description box to save time. We'll start with the history of the Balenciaga and some of the fun facts about its founder, Cristobal Balenciaga. Then we'll check about the background story for the creation of the Balenciaga motorcycle city bag, which is the original version of this little bag. And the final part is my own review of the bag, the pros and the cons. Now let's get started. The couture house of Balenciaga was founded in San Sebastian, Spain in 1917 by Cristobal Balenciaga. He moved his boutique to Paris in 1937 and achieved extraordinary success there. However, he abruptly closed the business in 1968 at the peak of his career for some unknown reason and passed away 4 years later. After his death, the house of Balenciaga lay dormant for many years until it was acquired by what is now known as the Kering Group 18 years later in 1986. We all know Kering Group owns Gucci, YSL, Bottega Veneta, etc. It is the second biggest fashion conglomerate next to LVMH Group. The brand has since had several creative directors such as Nicolas Ghesquière, Alexander Wang, and the current creative director, Demna Gvasalia. Here comes the fun fact. Fact number 1. Cristobal was one of the most innovative and admired figures in the history of haute couture, famed for his exquisite craftsmanship and innovative design. He was known as the master of haute couture. Christian Dior calls him the master of us all. But despite his extraordinary success in the fashion world, he is actually an extremely private man. He had ever only given one press interview during his 50 years career. Fact number 2. A number of designers had learned from him as his apprentices. Most notably, Hubert de Givenchy, who is the founder of Givenchy, and Nicolas Ghesquière, who has been the current creative director for Louis Vuitton since 2013. He's also the original designer for this little bag that we're talking about today. The original Balenciaga Le Deuce motorcycle bag was created in year 2000 by then creative director Nicolas Ghesquière. It was his first bag for the house. At first, the bag was dismissed as too soft and flimsy, as they did not fit in the current trend at the time. Legend has it that the supermodel Kate Moss saw the prototype from one of the Balenciaga shows and ordered one directly from Nicolas. The executive of the fashion house didn't think the bag would sell at first, but when Kate Moss jumped on it, they realized its potential. The bag went into production. One of the biggest pluses for the motorcycle bag is the type of leather they used. Balenciaga uses a very thin and durable type of leather, unlike other bags that look best when the leather is brand new. The motorcycle bag has wrinkles and lines. They look great worn because they are in fact designed to be worn. Its soft and unstructured construction is what makes this bag a design classic. The motorcycle bag had made a huge impact on the handbag world. It went from cult favorite to classic in a very short period of time and still remains Balenciaga's house icon to this day after 20 years. And this classic city is the most popular out of the motorcycle line. It has and continues to stand the test of time thanks to Nicola. Because its sustained popularity and the current nostalgic trend in the fashion world, the current director, Demna Gvasalia, introduced this Balenciaga Neo Classic at his fall 2020 collection, which is the modern update on its classic city bag. This bag is no longer the true rectangular shape. Rather, it's a trapezoid shape, which is, in my opinion, the most classic and ladylike shape in a handbag. Think about the Fendi Peekaboo, the MS Kelly, and the Louis Vuitton Capucine. Would you agree? Also, this bag is very structured in contrast to the original classic city bag. I first noticed the classic city bag about 15 years ago when I was obsessed with the Gucci and Prada. I didn't like the slouchy look of the bag and didn't understand why the bag was so expensive. But it has grown on me over the years, especially after I found out that the original designer was Nicolas Gasquier, who's one of my favorite designers. So when I saw this Neo Classic Mini in the store, it was love at first sight because it's the dainty version of the classic city bag. And it is in this deep red, which was exactly the color I was looking for. There was only one in the store. I'm glad I got it because this particular one got sold out very quickly everywhere. I was so excited to finally own this little bag. I started wearing it the very next day. It has been the most used crossbody bag for me in the past 12 months. If you watched my last video, you would know that I have mixed feelings about this bag. As I said in my previous videos, I'm not a small bag person. And this is the smallest bag in my collection. Hint, hint. Being too small would be one of my complaints about this bag. Now that I've used it on a daily basis for a year, what do I think about it? Well, some of the pros are also the cons to my experience. That's why I said I have mixed feelings about this bag. Now let's start on the positive note, the pros. Pro number one, this is a full leather bag in the mod crop. The surface of this bag is so durable, I pretty much don't have to take care of it at all. When it gets dirty, I just use the baby wipe just to wipe it. So completely carefree. I'm not used to small, tiny bags. So sometimes I can be quite rough with it when I get frustrated. And look, after the whole 12 months, constant use and abuse, it still looks brand new. Pro number two, although it looks so mini, it actually fits quite a lot. Look, there's a little slip pocket that you can put your credit card in it. This is my small wallet, goes in. And my key pouch. Little mirror. Perfume. Lipstick. And if I pack it really well, this pack of tissue and my sunglasses also goes in. And of course my phone goes in as well. Pro number three, there are two zippers at the top. Make it much easier to open the bag and get things in and out. Pro number four, this one is a bit of a personal preference. You can leave the handles stand up while shoulder carrying. Or crossbody. They don't flop down like many other handbags, such as the Lady Dior. That's why I don't have it in my collection. I like the look of having the handles up. The final pro, you can carry it top handle, or shoulder, or crossbody. It just looks so beautiful. Now let's talk about the cons. Con number one. The bag is so small and the structure is so rigid. It is very difficult to get things in and out, even with 2 zippers at the top. Number two, the strap is so thin and so short. I'm just slightly above the average height, but I have to adjust the strap to the very last hole for crossbody. Look. And it is still a bit short. Con number three. Again, the strap. It is so rigid. You have to be really brutal with it when you need to adjust the strap length. I had to take it back to the store for the essay to do it because I was so afraid I was going to break it. And the wide part is so stiff and hard to move. So when you wear it crossbody, you can't really move the bag freely around, or the wide part will come off your shoulder, which look awkward. Number four, the handles on this bag, although it's teeny, but the handles are so big. You need big hands to be able to hold them. The last con is that you can't really use this little pocket. Not that I really mind. Not that I feel guilty about having so many complaints about this little cute bag. Overall, do I regret purchasing it? To be honest with you, I do love and appreciate the look of it. After a year of wearing it crossbody, I now realize that it is really more suitable to be a hand-carrying bag for occasions rather than an everyday bag to carry to the supermarket. I think I used it for the wrong occasions. Going forward, I will mainly use this bag for shows and dinner or even weddings. Do you agree with me? That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if this is your first time here. And I look forward to seeing you at my next video. Thanks for watching.